All right, it is Friday morning, so it's time for our Small Business Today, and I'm joined today by Paige Arnoff-Fenn, as the founder and CEO of Mavens and Moguls. We're going to talk about your, Paige, good to see you, by the way. We'll talk a little bit about your business and how things have been impacted by the downturn. And, you had a time where you used to work at Zipcar, then started your own business, and then one of the main components of your business that we think is interesting is that even when things got rough, you didn't start cutting jobs. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I guess I'm a classic entrepreneur, Connell. I guess as things started to go south toward the end of last year, the markets were dropping and people were cutting their budgets. I looked at it as a great opportunity to go out and just start talking to CEOs and business owners to hear what was on their mind, what was concerning them. And I got a lot of great feedback. You
did what, in a kind of a Hillary Clinton fashion, a listening tour, right? It's a marketing firm,
Exactly.
by the way, that you're operating there. So you go out and you're listening to people, and what did you learn from them? Because the conclusion a lot of times would be, wow, things are really bad. I better get my costs in line. And something different apparently came from the discussion on your end, no?
Well, I heard a lot of themes emerge. Honestly, people were just concerned and confused about all the social media options that were out there. One CEO after the other said, is this something that I need to participate in? Do I need a blog? Should I be on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook? And I think a lot of the folks were relieved to understand that just because Ashton Kutcher has a lot of friends online and has 1 million people following him, unless it was something that was relevant to their target audience and their core constituencies, it really wasn't something they needed to be concerned about professionally, but maybe personally they needed to get involved with it. But then there were other organizations where they actually did need to get online and build their online communities and friends. So we helped them develop social media strategies to tie into their business needs.
We always think that's a very interesting kind of divide between just what you're talking about there. We've done a number of segments on it where CEOs should be on these social media platforms, whether it's Twitter or Facebook or anything else, and you're in the business of marketing these people. How do you decide who does it versus who doesn't?
Well, it really depends on what their customers are asking for and whether or not their customers need it to build their own constituencies. If you can solve your customers' problems, you're going to be relevant in any economy. Another theme that emerged, a lot of CEOs said to me, we haven't updated our website in years and we don't have a lot of new brochures or marketing material. Maybe you could help. And I said, sure, that's what we do. But what are your customers telling you? Do they want to see different things about you online? Do they need to have new materials? And I got a lot of blank stares, frankly, from business leaders who said, we are not talking to our customers. We cut that out of our budget when things were going down in the economy. So the thing that we recommended is to set up customer advisory programs so that they could get their own listening tour on an efficient basis and get feedback from not only their current customers, but some of their top prospects. And what we heard back there was, their own customers didn't even understand all the products and services that they were offering, and they were able to educate some of their prospects on why they loved their business. So they ended up being able to grow their businesses too. So, I'm a real big fan of going out and just talking to your customers and hearing what's on their minds.
Sometimes you find it's a win-win for everybody, right? So that's very interesting. And Paige, we thank you for joining us. We found out even in doing this small business segment that there are still a lot of small businesses, even in the tough times, and it sounds like you're in this category, that are getting by pretty well. Thanks a lot for coming on.
Thanks, Connell. Thanks for having me. Have a great weekend.
You too. That's interesting because we've found it. We'll go over to Charles now for the market movers. You talk about this all the time, Charles. That small business, a lot of entrepreneurial spirit out there. People still having some success.
Still having.